for Wednesday, November 17th, 2021 at 5:15 p.m. Please rise and join me in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Mr. Zerlo, please conduct roll.
Certainly. Mr. Castine.
Present.
Mr. Hall.
Here.
Mr. Henry.
Here.
Mr. Hughes.
Here.
Mr. Kretzer. Here. Mr. Courier.
Here.
Mr. Potiker.
Here.
Mr. Timmons.
Here.
Ms. Walters.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. All legislators have received a copy of the minutes for November 10th. If there are no additions, deletions, or corrections, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes. I have a motion by legislator Kretzer, second by legislator Hughes. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Is there anybody in the audience that wishes to share the thoughts of the legislature tonight? Anyone at all? We have legislator-elect Josiah with us this evening. No, I don't see anyone. I don't hear from anyone. So we will move on from that. I will go to the committee reports. I will call on the chairperson of each committee in alphabetical order by committee, starting with Buildings and Grounds and Legislator Timmons.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the Buildings and Grounds Committee has not met since the last regular session. James Cleveland, the Buildings and Grounds Superintendent, reported the Government Center roof project is waiting for the arrival of the fascia material, which has an estimated shipping date of next week. The next Buildings and Grounds Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, December 13th at 4:30 p.m.
Children and Family Services Committee, Legislator Potter.
Thank you, Chairman. The Children and Family Services Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Children and Family Services Committee is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, December 7th at 5:15 p.m. End of report.
Thank you. Economic Development, County Operations with Legislator Waldron.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the Economic Development and County Operations Committee have not met since the last regular session. I would like to thank Rob for hosting that meeting for me. I appreciate it. The next Economic Development and County Operations Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, December 8th at 4 p.m.
Finance and Legislator Timmons.
Yes, the Finance Committee has not met since the last regular session. The committee was pulled on Resolution 894 on today's agenda. The next Finance Committee meetings are tentatively scheduled for Monday, November 29th, and Tuesday, November 30th at 5:15 p.m. to review the 2022 budget.
Thank you, sir. Health Committee, Legislator Hughes.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Health Committee has not met since the last regular session. John Canosa, the Director of Public Health, provided a report on COVID-19 cases and vaccinations. As of Monday, November 15th, there were a total of 207 active cases and 345 individuals in quarantine. There is also 19 patients currently hospitalized at CBPH. Mr. Canosa also stated there are 300 to 900 tests being completed daily in Clinton County. The Health Department continues to host pod vaccination clinics on Thursdays at the Clinton Community College Gymnasium, with the majority of those vaccinations being booster shots. The Health Department has also reached out to local pediatrician offices to coordinate mass vaccination clinics, including receiving assistance from pediatric providers and staff in administering the vaccine. It is also anticipated to host vaccination clinics at local schools beginning the first 2 weeks of December. The next Health Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, December 1st at 4:15. End of report, sir.
Human Services Committee, Legislator Courier.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Human Services Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Human Services Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, December 7th at 4:15. End of report.
Thank you. Personnel Committee, I will handle that. The Personnel Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Personnel Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, December 6th at 4 p.m. Plattsburgh International Airport in Legislator Hall.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Plattsburgh International Airport Committee met earlier. Chris Craig, the airport director, was present to discuss several resolutions for the department, including authorization lease agreement with Miller Environmental Group. Jack Denning of Blair Aviation Incorporated was also present to provide an air service update Resolutions 895 through 896 have been placed on the agenda upon the recommendation of the committee, as well as resolutions 899 and 902, 905, and 908 under waive Rule 13.2. The next Plattsburgh International Airport Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, December 20th at 4 p.m. Under report.
Thank you, sir. Public Safety Committee, Legislator Castine.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the Public Safety Committee has not met since the last regular session. The committee was polled on resolution number 903 under waive 13.2. The next Public Safety Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled, excuse me, for Monday, December 6th at 5 p.m. End of report.
Thank you, sir. And Transportation, Legislator Kretz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Transportation Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Transportation Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, December 13th at 5:15 p.m. And that's the end of the report.
Thank you. Liaison reports for the Board of Health. I will just mention again that we are still conducting interviews for the Director of Public Health, Dick John Canosa's position. We did one interview yesterday. We have a few more scheduled, and so that process is moving along. Once the recommendation is found from the Board of Health, it will be forwarded up to the Legislature for us to take action. Chamber of Commerce and Legislator Potter.
No report.
Cooperative Extension, Legislator Timmons.
Yes, we had our annual meeting last night, and we voted in some new members. One of the members that got off last night was Rod Sherman, and I just want to thank him for his time on the board. He was chairman as well as being on the board and did a great job all of it.
Discipline review, you have nothing? Intercounty, Legislator Walton.
We'll be meeting tomorrow morning via Zoom, and Warren County will be hosting that.
LC and LG Regional Planning Board, Legislators Kretzer and Hughes.
No report.
Soil and Water, Legislators Perrier and Timmons.
No report.
And Workforce Development Board, Legislator Kretzer.
No report.
Thank you. Staff members have reports, Ms. Keller?
I would like to request an executive session to talk about contractual matters and pending personnel matters.
Mr. Zerlo?
I have nothing to say.
We'll move to the resolutions. As you all know, we have a fairly light meeting on resolutions, but before voting on the resolutions, I want to note that the majority of the resolutions have been thoroughly discussed by the appropriate committees, and the legislature is taking action tonight based in large part on the recommendation of those committees. Mr. Zerlo, would you please read the title of the resolution to be acted upon by the legislature?
Certainly. Resolution 893, authorizing the clerk of the Clinton County Legislature to advertise for a public hearing on the 2022 county budget. Legislature.
Motion, Legislator Timmons, second, Legislator Paul. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 894, authorizing payment of membership dues. Legislature.
Motion, Legislator Timmons, second, Legislator Hughes. Discussion? Roll call.
Perrier. Ms. Walter.
Yes.
Resolution 895, authorizing contract amendment with ASA Affluent Entrance Systems, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, Legislator Hall, second, Legislator Potiker. Discussion? Roll call.
Perrier.
Yes.
Ms. Walter.
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 896, authorizing lease agreement with Miller Environmental Group, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, Legislator Hall, second, Legislator Hughes. Discussion? Roll call.
Perrier.
Yes.
Ms. Walter.
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 897, authorizing the county treasurer to adjust appropriation and corresponding revenue for the Workforce Investment Act grant employment and training.
Motion, Legislator Timmons, second, Legislator Kretzer.
I'd like to abstain.
Thank you. Motion, Legislator Timmons, second, Legislator Hall. Discussion? Roll call.
Perrier.
Yes.
Ms. Waldron.
Yes.
Mr. Kretzer, abstaining. Resolution 898, commending Leo Longevan on 50 years of service with the Shazy Fire Department.
I'd like to ask for 5-4 on this. It's all right with the legislature. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I'll now entertain a motion to waive Rule 13.2, motion legislator Hall, second legislator Timmons. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Authorizing lease agreement with Beta Technologies for building 2774 to 213 Connecticut Avenue, Plattsburgh International.
Motion legislator Hall, second legislator Fourier. Discussion? Roll call?
Perrier.
Yes.
Ms. Waldron.
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 900, authorizing lease agreement with Beta Technologies for nose dock number 3, located 234 Connecticut Road, Plattsburgh International.
Motion legislator Hall, second legislator Timmons. Discussion? Roll call?
Perrier.
Yes.
Ms. Waldron.
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 901, authorizing lease agreement with the United States of America General Services Administration, Plattsburgh International.
Is it with the entire United States of America? Like a small part of it.
No, the entire.
The entire country. All right, motion legislator Hall, second legislator Hughes. Discussion? Roll call?
Perrier.
Yes.
Ms. Waldron.
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 902, authorizing lease agreement with Prevo Car US DBA Novabus, Plattsburgh International.
Motion legislator Hall, second legislator Bodker. Discussion? Roll call?
Perrier.
Yes.
Ms. Waldron.
Yes.
Carried.
Oh, I should have read this one. Resolution 903, authorizing contract with Barachoa Construction, Emergency Services.
Very good, Joe. Very good. Motion legislator Castine, second legislator Waldron. Discussion?
Good try. Is that what
It
you
was,
want?
it's excellent. Roll call?
Mr. Perrier.
Yes.
Ms. Waldron.
Yes.
Resolution 904, congratulating Osable Valley School District on capturing the 2021 New York State Public High School Athletic Association Class C Girls Varsity Soccer Championship.
By four, Ms. By four, please. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 905, awarding bid for Airport Fuel Farm Facility Project, Plattsburgh International.
Motion legislator Hall, second legislator Fourier. Any discussion? Roll call?
Perrier.
Yes.
Ms. Waldron.
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 906, amending Resolution 708 dated September 22, 2021, titled Complying with New York State Controller Regulations by Establishing Standard Workday and Reporting of Retirement Credit for Elected and Appointed Officials, Legislature.
Motion by legislator Timmons, second legislator Waldron. Discussion?
I just want to briefly point out that this resolution and the next one, we had to make a technical change to explicitly note the percentage of days of work per month. Even though we passed both these resolutions before, the state of New York is requiring us to do it one more time.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Resolution 907, amending Resolution 766 dated December 16, 2020, titled Complying with New York State Controller Regulations by Establishing Standard Workday and the Reporting of Retirement Credit for Elected and Appointed Officials, Legislature.
Motion legislator Timmons, second legislator Hall. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 908, authorizing contract with Environmental and Fueling Systems LLC, Plattsburgh International.
Motion legislator Hall, second legislator Fourier. Discussion? Roll call?
Perrier.
Yes.
Ms. Waldron.
Yes.
Carried. That'll be the end of the resolution. Is there any further business to come before the legislature? I entertain a motion to go to executive session. Motion by legislator Hall, second by legislator Hughes. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I'd like to ask legislator-elect to come before the legislature. May I have a motion to adjourn? Motion by legislator Waldron, second by legislator Hughes. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Hey, you?
Carried. We are